Hello, everyone. Just in case you are here for When Moms Talk, we have not officially started yet, but I just wanted to jump on to allow some of the other moms that are going to be participating to jump on. I'm Leslie Denman, and I'm excited that you are here with us. So hang tight, and When Moms Talk, we'll get started in just a minute. Okay. Good morning. This is Leslie Denman. And just in case you are here and viewing, we haven't started yet, but we will be starting in exactly 3 minutes.
Do you see me? Hold on, I can't hear you.
There is Tawanda. Hey, Tawanda girl.
How you doing? Wait,
I don't hear you. Say something.
Hold on, let me turn it up.
Okay,
How about
Latasha's
now?
here. Yay!
Hey.
I had to get some help from
I
Brianna.
can't hear anybody though. Is it me?
I can hear Tasha.
I can hear.
Hold on.
I can hear you too.
I'm using a different mic, so let me switch. Hold on. All right. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find my other headset. Hold on.
I'll call you if I need you.
Yeah. I wonder why that mic's not working. We'll figure that out. Okay. All right, it's 10. Okay. Let me figure this thing out. I wonder why my mic's not. Well, let me put this in and see if that helps.
There's Tawanda.
Hi, how are you?
Hold on, y'all.
Cecilia?
42.
Oh, let me take my stuff out.
Okay. Hey, Cecilia.
Hey,
The
good
moms
morning.
are all here. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get my mic to work. Hello? Yay!
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear Tawanda. Tasha, mic check.
Can you hear me?
Good
Yay!
today.
Cecilia, mic check.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yay! The gang's all here. The moms are all here. Wow, I'm fresh off of workout this morning, y'all. Hey, I'm trying to be consistent.
I'm gonna take a
Okay.
picture of everybody's
Somebody had fun last night. Somebody had fun last night.
Do what?
I said somebody had fun last night.
Oh, yes, I did. We got one other mom. Let me see if I can let me text her. Let's see here. Man, I got do I still sound a little deep, raspy?
You're all right.
Not like you were yesterday.
Not better? Good.
Much better.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me invite one more. Let me make sure. I think I have her. I don't know which one. I'm going to send it to that one. And this one. Okay. Yay. All right, y'all. It is 10:02. So, good morning. Everybody looks beautiful this morning.
Hey.
All right. So, to everybody else that may be joining us, we are here with our first When Moms Talk. And I am Leslie Denman. And then we have also Miss Cecilia. Hey, representing from Fort Worth. We have Miss Latasha Arlington. We have Miss Tawanda Arlington. And then Miss Sonia J. Wells is also joining us. She is in Garland, and I'm representing Dallas in the PG area. Whoop, whoop.
Good morning.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you. So you may be wondering, what in the world is When Moms Talk? Okay. Moms Talk is really about the amazing things that happen when women and moms get together for a common cause and a common purpose. We are moms, but more than that, we're all women, and we have a range of ages. And so we thought when we get together, we have some amazing conversation. We thought, you know what, let's invite other moms to join us, because these are real conversations, right, ladies? We talk about real issues that are impacting us as women and as mothers. And so in one of our sessions, we were hanging out at Miss Tawanda's house, and we thought, what would be a great first conversation for When Moms Talk? And our youngest mom in the group said, let's talk about, and it's summertime and there's a lot going on, let's talk about when moms date. And that would be Miss Latasha, right, Latasha? So that's what we're talking about. And so this is kind of like, this is not a Q&A, this is not a talk show like per se, but I don't know if I'm supposed to let Sonya in or not. So let me
No,
see.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, girl. I'm sorry.
I just chimed in with the audio.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So
I got you. All right, girl. All right. So Miss Sonya J. Wells is in the house. Okay. So we thought, okay, this is kind of like when moms are sitting around the table in the kitchen, because that's where the good conversations happen, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what we're doing, and we kind of coordinating things. We got some orange and yellow and black. Cecilia, she don't follow the rules. She over there, but hey, we gonna let her make it. But anyway, we talking about when moms date. Okay, so y'all forgive me because those know I'm wrestling a cold, so I got my trusted vitamin C this morning.
Good
Now
job.
this is my birthday weekend, yeah.
Birthday.
And Sonya and I, yay! Sonya and I gonna be heading to Atlanta tomorrow.
What?
Yes. So let's talk about it. When moms date. Now let me ask a question, because we have, like me, I've recently been kind of forced back into this thing called dating, right? Okay. Don't nobody say nothing. None of y'all say nothing. And we got some that have been married for a while. Sonya, how long have you been married?
28 years.
28 years. Woohoo! And we got Tawanda. How long have you been married, Tawanda?
It'll be 6 years on the 25th of this month. What?
Woo! 6 years in the house. All right, and then we got Cecilia. How long have you been married, Cecilia?
1 whole year.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah, and then we have Latasha, that's the single, she's single mom. So we got an arranged, then me, who kind of like going through a divorce right now. But y'all, tomorrow would be like, what, 20, no, would be 19 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But anyway, okay, we're not going to go there. But anyway, so we all have different ideas. Some of us are married and still dating, which is wonderful and beautiful. I am really inspired by Sonya because they do a lot to keep their marriage happy and fresh, and and then there's some of us who have to do this whole thing all over again. And let me tell you, the scene has changed, okay, from when it's been a minute. And Tasha, you've been kind of at this thing a little bit longer than I have, so I'm learning a lot of stuff all over again. And
It's the same.
Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, I don't know, because I've been out the game for a minute, and let me tell you. But I will say this. These ladies that are here have helped me through some tough times. And so I want to publicly say thank you to each one of them, because they hear my stories. They see my tears. And you got to have that when you are transitioning, and through anything. You got to have a strong support system. So we're hoping that through these conversations, we're able to inspire and encourage other women who may feel alone, because it's difficult trying to be a woman, trying to be a mom, trying to be, because your mom don't mean you can't be sexy and cute and, all of that stuff that we are. So let's talk about this. Dating. Is there a way that we should date when we have children in different age groups? Like, is there a certain way you should date when you have young kids as opposed to teenagers? I guess we could put that out there. Or is it just across the board, some do's and don'ts? So we'll start with, now most of us have, girls, but, Cecilia's here representing the young men. But is there a difference when you have young kids? And I will start with Tasha, because, she doesn't talk much, but she's going to have to learn how to talk here. And Tasha just had a little baby. So Tasha, is it different now, or is it, when you have a young baby as opposed to a teenager, when you have teens, is there a different vibe, or is different things you're looking for when you are dating and are looking to date when you have young kids?
Loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, Kennedy's just 2 months, so I have to go back. So it is different. When you have when it's a baby, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Have teenagers, they're nosy.
Yeah.
Bring everybody around your kids. And I'm not a big dater. I hate dating.
Uh-oh.
I hate dating.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a necessary evil.
it is a difference, because when your kids get older, they're more aware of what's going on. So you don't want to bring anybody around your kids, because what if it doesn't work out? They get into people. I have daughters, so I don't want to be have a revolving door with all these different guys coming in. So I don't do a lot of dating.
Okay. All right, Cecilia, you're next.
With the older kids, kind of piggybacking off what Tasha's saying, I would say that you only bring somebody around that you feel mutually that it's a serious relationship. So however long that takes you to get there. Some people like to say 3 months. Some people like to give it a time frame. But I would say that if you have kids, you have to be really mindful about where the relationship's going. If you're going on a few dates and then you break it off, then don't even talk to your kids about it. I only talked to my kids whenever Scott and I got serious. And then after that, I talked to my kids about dating, and I talked to them about meeting Scott and how they felt about it. And so it really just depends on the seriousness of the relationship, and then after having that talk with your kids about it.
Awesome. All right, Mr. Wanda.
Well, I mean, I agree with everyone so far. As far as dating goes, I just believe that you need to keep it close to your chest when you have kids. I mean, you need to think about it that way just for yourself, but especially when you have children, because they're young, they're impressionable. They learn more by watching what you do versus watching what you or doing what you say. So definitely, I'd say, get to know the person outside of your family, or letting your kids be a part of that.
Right.
And then once you feel like it's serious, enough to where you want to have your kids meet that person, if you think it's going to go to something else, then definitely bring them in, and maybe do an outside date. I still wouldn't bring them to my home or let my children meet them at the house. I would say, okay, we're gonna have meet a friend of mine.
That's good. Yeah.
See how
That's
that is.
good.
So he would be the friends, and here's a friend of mine, his name is, and what do you think about that?
Okay, great.
Go from there.
All right, Miss Sonia.
Yes, I'm sorry, I missed the question because my phone hung up, so I just called back in on my computer. So I'm ready now.
What do you think that there's a difference in how you date when you have young kids, so young, and when I say young, I'm talking maybe 10 and under, as opposed to having older kids? Is there a difference in how you should date when you have, difference in age group in kids?
Absolutely, I think so. And the reason I think so is because younger kids, I'm gonna say, baby, I'm gonna say 2 and under, they are clueless. They're not completely clueless, but they are not as quite as aware of what's, people coming in and out of your life. But as kids get older, they begin to wonder who people are, and people begin to have influence. And there's so many opportunities. Well, I'll say this: there's so many people out there that are not just exactly good and healthy for our children. And so, just because one of the things that because I have a daughter that's a single mom, and she has 3 kids. And I'm always on her about bringing people around, because what you do when you bring people in and out of your children's lives, or even just in for a season, that tells that child that I can trust this person.
Right.
And I tell my daughter all the time, just because you trust them doesn't mean the children should trust them, because you are teaching them how to respond to that person. So mama let them come in and stay the night and hang out and leave me with you, then that means you're safe.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely a difference. And I get on my daughter all the time about that.
So, when is a good time to introduce? Because, everybody was talking about, I think we even had this conversation about, Steve Harvey was saying that, it's certain, I can't remember how long he said, but to me it was, how long?
3 months.
3 months. And I'm thinking, okay, you barely know yourself in 3 months. So, if you think about 3 months, you just getting to meet the real person in 3 months. So just think about if it didn't work and you did the numbers and you did that every 3 months, that's 4 different men you done introduced to your kids in a year. I mean, what they really say about you? That's, to me, that's like, no, Steve, you good and all, but that one, no go. No. So when is a good age to introduce your men, I guess in this case, we could say
I
women.
say when you put a ring on it.
Well, now, say that. Well, what do y'all think? When is a good age? Okay. What if they don't get married, Sonya? Then they never meet the man?
Hello. I mean, and that may be old school, because I'm older than probably everybody on here.
Okay.
And I'm just old school.
Yeah, because I'm young, I got a birthday coming up, but I'm still young.
Because you know what? Because number one, dating today is nothing more than a sex partner, as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
Oh,
okay. Well, now she put
yeah.
it out there, folks. Okay.
And I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all know when you say you dating, that is somebody that you exclusively having sex with.
Ooh, ouch.
Most of the time, unless you
Mm,
have a vow of celibacy and that person is on the same page with you. But
mm-hmm,
I don't think you should introduce kids to anybody if he hasn't said I want to marry you, I'm
mm-hmm,
ready to get engaged to you, let's take it to the next level, I'm ready to meet your children. If he
mm-hmm.
ain't saying all of that, I don't think you should just be introducing your kids to every uncle. You know, we call them
Right,
uncles.
Not
right.
the
No,
uncle.
absolutely not. And that in itself sends a when you do all this uncle stuff, that's totally confuses the kids. But now I'm going, you this is my uncle, but now
Maybe
you
I'm from a big family. I
right,
mean,
We are a real big family.
and a
let's
whole
just hope
nother
all the uncles never meet each other at the same time.
What happened to Uncle John and Uncle Sammy?
Oh, you bad, Leslie.
Okay,
well, you know
so
what?
go ahead, Tasha. Go ahead.
I'm not as staunch as Sonia is, but I am really close to where she is. I'm working
Mm-hmm.
with her in there. I'm not. I mean, when you're thinking about getting married and not necessarily you got to have the ring. Well, no, I kind of agree with that too. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, she pointed a finger. Y'all hear
Yeah,
that?
that was
Did
what
y'all
I'm
hear
I
her?
saying.
felt it. I felt
Ring, own it.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
I mean, he's like, hey, I want to get to know you. I've known you through your kids. I mean, and I'm sure that they would be talking about the kids and everything, up to that point. But I do want to be a good father figure to your child. So this is going to be long term with me. So I'm going to do anything and everything I can to connect with your child. So now you've got to decide. The mother has to decide what's going on, and am I ready to one let this man in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and two, because
Yeah.
now we have to be on one accord and we have to be in the same
Right.
vein, on the same page in
Mm-hmm.
our lives, and then we're going to add a kid into it, or maybe more. Now if you have one, it might be one thing, but if you have more than one kid, that's a whole nother ball of wax that you have to deal with, because all children are not the same. We all have different personalities, we all connect differently. So
Okay.
now you have to have time. So this needs to be a long-term thing going forward anyway. So I am with her. I mean, children shouldn't be even introduced to anyone
Right.
until you are on the point of going down that aisle.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, there you go. All right, Tasha.
I I agree and disagree with that because a man can say one thing, oh, I love kids, I'm this and I'm that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't get to know him and see how he interacts with your kids, because your kids are going to tell you if they like that person or not. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
be straightforward, and they may pick up a different vibe from that person that you don't see because you're in that la la, oh, he's so great type thing, but your kids will give it to you the real deal. So I'm not saying bring him around right away, but
Mm-hmm.
eventually you need to be, before you really have that serious I want to marry you talk, I need to know how you interact with my kids, because you
That's
can say
good.
one thing all day long, but when you get around them it's something else. So I have to see how you interact with them and see if they are feeling you or not, because if they're not feeling you, then guess what? It's not going to work out between me and you because they come first. So I
Ooh.
You know what,
Okay.
Tasha?
Oh,
You know
what
what,
about? Well, hold on, Tasha. Hold on. A second. This one here. This is a good one because she just brought up something that I like. Okay. Now you said, Tasha, if they don't interact with your kids, you said it's a no go. What about the women that interact and they know he don't like their kids, and the kids don't like him?
They
yeah,
Now, see, they
wrong.
just they just took the game in a whole nother direction because
They
that's what I
did.
was
that's
about to
what's
say.
happening. Yeah, that's what's happening. Women are making their kids. It's like not a package deal.
Right.
It's like,
It's
honey,
about
this.
me.
Yeah.
and see,
My
don't and see, I'm not that mother because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
selfish like that. If there's a guy in
Mm.
my life, and no matter how much I'm feeling him, if my kids don't like him, that's telling me something like my kids pretty much like people. So obviously there's something there that I'm not seeing and that I'm not picking up. So God put your kids in a situation, and they'll know to tell you, Mom, that's not the one.
Mm.
He's not
Mm.
good. Like he's
Now
this way
here's the
with
thing.
you, but then when you turn around, he's this way. So there's
Mm.
another way to the
Ooh.
call. So I don't. You have to introduce the kids. They don't got to be always hanging with each other, buddy buddy.
Mm-hmm.
but you need to see how he interacts, because people can wear 2 or 3 faces. And you're like, oh my God, he's so good with my kids. He's this and that. But then your kids are like, no, mama, he's like that when you're around, but when your back is turned, he's a whole nother person. You have to introduce them at some point before you really seriously have, I want to marry you type thing. You can't just jump into that and be like, okay, I'm going to marry this man. And guys, guess what? This is going to be your stepdad. It doesn't work that way. I mean, be real about the situation.
Well,
I don't see myself getting a guy getting real serious and then introducing him to my kids when we're at that point of, I have a ring. We're about my kids. They don't have a say so. They don't have a voice.
Oh, that's good. That's real good, Tasha. That's real good. That the kid. So if and Cecilia, I know you've been quiet because I know she got. So when we say wait until he's ready to get married, is that fair then? Because Tasha brought up another good point. The kids don't have a say, so it's like you as the mother. It's like this is why we having these conversations, because at some point this has to stop being about just, you know, we as mothers making what we think is the best decision and not including our kids in this process. Like you said, now, you know, is it before he proposes? You think it's getting, you know, so it's really, and there is no right and wrong answer. We're all women. We're just sharing our opinion, but it just gives us some food for thought, because before you know it gets to that point, should the kids be introduced so that they feel like they are part of the process? That's just some real stuff that we need to chaw on. So no, Cecilia, what are your thoughts, honey? You're sitting there quietly like.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I like to listen to everybody. One of the things that I want to back up a little bit on is that a lot of women feel like they only have to date one guy that they really like. I disagree. I feel like if you're single, you should allow yourself to date a good amount of men, however many men that feels comfortable for you, because then you have a pick of the litter. You know, it's really hard, especially when you've been in a long-term relationship and you get back out there. A lot of women are dealing with loneliness, a lot of deep-rooted undercurrent stuff that they're not dealing with before they get into another relationship.
Cecilia, you do not put my business out there like that.
But she's exactly right. She's
I
exactly
told
right.
you this in confidence. How dare you bring this out there?
Sorry, Ms. Leslie.
oh,
Carry on, Cecilia, because
sorry.
you know I got something to say. Soon as you finish, let me make myself a note, because I want y'all to remember. Well, I'm just gonna say, and then Cecilia can finish. Cecilia, you know, she's talking about, you know, we should, you know, a couple of different guys or whatever. I want to put it on the record that both her and Tawanda are registered cougars. Okay, go ahead, Cecilia.
oh.
Wow, she got me back. It's good.
Wow. I ain't mad at y'all.
And that's how I found out, because I'm, you know, Leslie, I'm glad, because when I started dating, after my late husband died and I took some time off for myself, I felt like, oh, I needed to date a guy that's older than me, so I went 10 years. I think I did like between 10 years older than me, so I dated those kinds of guys. And then I dated guys that were my age, and I dated guys that were younger than me. And all I'm saying to say is that you have to give yourself enough time, and you have to give yourself enough opportunities to really pick from a group of guys that you know, and not just the first guy that pays you attention, the first guy that tells you that you, the first guy that tells you, oh my gosh, and then you're dealing with loneliness and you attach yourself to the person that you feel closest to. And I know it sounds really unromantic, and I'm probably the less feeling of the group, and you guys know that already about me.
No,
Practical. But you know, I also agree with Tasha, because I understand that, guys. I understand where you guys are coming from. In a perfect world, you know, we would wait until, you know, we were ready to say our I do's, but and like Ms. Sonia said as well, is true. If they're younger, it's a little different in scenario than when they're older, because when they're older, they give you their peace of mind. They're going to tell you what they think, and they're not going to sugarcoat it. And we need to let our children feel like they are a part of this relationship, and not the part of the relationship, but they do have intake because let's be honest, and Natasha and I talk about this all the time. You know, our children will go off and get married, and then I also have to nurture my relationship with my husband at the same time as I'm nurturing my relationship with my children. So yes, I agree with Tasha. When I'm single, my relationship with my children is number one. When I finally do get married, I have to balance now another person and now divide my time between my husband and my children. And so we have to practice this ongoing sense of development. It's not just one answer. We're always developing as people, and so it has to do with how old you are, how old your children are, you know, what your dating scenario is. I get really nervous when I have a friend that has just gone from one relationship straight to the other. That that
Absolutely.
that makes me really nervous because I feel like, oh my gosh, you didn't give yourself enough time.
I'm too right.
And I'm not saying, you know, don't date and not don't fall in love, but I'm just saying that it's a lot more complex than just a straight cut blanket answer for everybody. It just really depends on the person and where they are.
That's
So
true.
what is dating? I mean, let's just define it. We've been just jumped in and started talking about it, but what is? Because I'm confused. You know, it's dating, and then there's like you married and your wifey. I mean, I saw two girls calling each other wifey, young.
Wow.
So I'm confused. Is it like courting,
Okay,
dating, and marriage, or is it? I mean, how does this whole thing
well,
work?
first of
So what
all,
is dating?
it's no longer dating. That's what I found out. The
Mm-hmm.
word is not dating, it's you're going out.
Mm.
So when you say you're going out, that
Mm.
means you're an item. Now, I found that out from my 13-year-old niece. I was like, so are
Wow.
you dating this guy? She's like, nobody says dating, auntie. I'm like,
What? So are we dating ourselves by even saying when mom's dating?
exactly.
Shut your mouth.
See, that's the thing. So first of all, we have to know the jargon that's out there.
Mm.
It's going out, or it's my friend. It's,
I'm kicking it.
I'm kicking it. Yep, kicking it. It's that kind of thing. It's not dating. No, that tells what how old we are. You know, we
Oh
we're
well, I still like to date. I mean,
no,
I'm like I'm getting back into the dating scene. I don't want to kick it. I don't want none of that. Okay, so let me just put
so.
that out there. But go ahead, go ahead.
And here's my other, well, in answering or trying to kind of hit each, because everybody has a point that I totally agree with. And when I said marriage, I'm not saying you have the marriage, coming up tomorrow and y'all
Hmm.
are walking down, pick the colors and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that it's serious enough where you think, hey, this person, I really like this person. And I don't even want to go to the love word yet because that's
Hmm.
a bit down because we're talking about dating. But that this person is somebody that I do care about, and that's when you start. Then you have to start the courting of the children. See, once
Hmm.
you get to a place where you're liking this person and you feel like it's a yeah, this is somebody I could spend my life with. Now I want to see, can this person spend his life with my kids?
Hmm. Hmm.
So then it's so that person has to date not only you, but now they have to date your kids. But it has to be along the road of going down the aisle.
Mm.
That's what I say.
Along the road
But
of
now here,
going down the aisle. All
here's
right.
here's the other thing. What one of the things that I did and I do often is I list down the things that I want and what I'm looking for, and then I put deal breakers. There are certain things I'm just not going to deal with.
Hmm.
Now, the deal breaker is if this person does not get along with my kids, that needs to be first and foremost. Like Tasha said, it's about her kids. Her kids are young, and then age does matter too. Age does
Hmm.
matter, but when you have young kids, there has to be deal breakers in there. And if this deal breaker shows up, that's it. If he doesn't get along, if there's constant conflict, if my kid is not, warming up to this person, because you have the whole initial stages where you get to know a person, you introduce, now you spend a little time with, and if your child is not connecting, that could definitely be a deal breaker, and that needs to be thought about and talked about initially with
Hmm.
whoever you're dating. That needs to be open communication there, because my kids mean everything. Just like, Cecilia said, my kids are number one. It's me and my kids when we're by ourselves. Now, when I looking to get into another relationship, okay, my child has to come along. I understood when I married my husband that he had a daughter before, so that's a package deal. It's a package deal. You have to go into things understanding that. And so many mothers today don't think that way at all. It's all about me. I have a friend now talk about age. Her son is 19. Oh no, he just turned 20. He still lives at home. Well, she recently got back together and met her high school sweetheart. They got married really, really quick. And the son is like, she's been a single mom for 20 years his whole life. And now what? So now they're married and he's like, oh, he's still living there. And it's a little different, but one of the things she said was, he's 20. He's not, he is on, he has 2 feet. He has 1 foot and 2 toes out the door. He's about to leave. So it is about, so when, there's more of a selfish thing too there when you have children that are older or grown,
Right.
versus teenagers versus younger kids.
So, all right.
I do,
So now let's talk about, now we're all of a certain age. All right. Let's talk about some of the things we are seeing. I mean, you just need to listen to the news to see some of the things that are happening with kids being mistreated and abused, physically, sexually, all mentally, because a lot of times people think that abuse just comes in those forms, but, verbal abuse is probably one of the worst abuse because, you can't necessarily see that in the public, when you're in public, you put on a good face, but verbal abuse can kind of beat you down. What about understanding the different kids, because all of us know our kids are different. There's some kids that can handle a tongue lashing better than others, but I've seen a lot of men verbally abuse their kids and stepkids or whatever, calling them all out their name, calling them, and there is a delicate balance in that as mothers. When do we draw the line? Sometimes they, need a good, talking to. But this is just so that we can help some young women, and by young, I'm talking 25 and under, who are still trying to figure out who they are. Some of them may have not had a father figure in their lives to understand what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior and conversation. What are some tips that we can give? How would you address that? Has anybody had that kind of thing? Like you said, when we are, some of us are single, some of us were widowed and married again. So we all have men introduced to our children at different stages in our lives. But at some point, that man had to stand up and be that man. So when do you move from, okay, this has been me and my kids, and now here he come and he said, you know what, I'm here now and I'm the head of the house. I understand they got a father, but while they under this roof. So it's a delicate balance. Where do we, let's have a conversation about that, because it's kind of two-part.
Right.
Verbal abuse, let's deal with the verbal. How would you handle it because some young girls go off the handle. And then they fight in front of the kids, cussing and all of that. When he has sort of stepped out of line talking to your kids.
Can I take that one, Leslie?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to say something before I address that about dating real quick. If he says you're hanging out, if he says you're kicking it, you're not dating.
Ooh.
Sorry. He ain't the one. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of times women get confused because whenever somebody asks you out to go somewhere, that doesn't mean that he wants to have a relationship with you.
That's true.
Make that really clear. Dating is a very serious word now. So if a man says that he's dating you, have those conversations about what dating means with that guy before you. Are we dating? Are we going out? What are we doing? Are we courting? Let the man tell you how it's going to be, because otherwise you're going to be left wondering, and it's just a hot mess from that. So I would just say, if you're kicking it, if you're hanging out, that ain't the one. Move on, girl, really quick and really fast. So I just wanted to say those 2 cents about that.
All right.
About abuse and parenting, I think that's what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's
when I think a lot of people are very afraid to be themselves around the person. We talk to our kids and we tell them, well, I'm going to introduce you to so-and-so. be in your best behavior, blah, blah, blah. Not really. Not really. I really wanted Scott to see my kids around a very real scenario in my life because I wanted to see how Scott would react. And I'm not saying misbehave in front of Scott. I gave my children permission to be themselves around Scott.
Mm.
If something upset them, I allowed my children to express their anger. I didn't allow them to disrespect, but I did allow them to say, to say no. That if that's what invited them to go somewhere and guys didn't want to go, they could say no. But they could offer a solution. And so I think that a lot of times we don't get to see a lot of what the guy is really like.
Something happened to your audio, Cecilia. I still hear you, but it's not as strong as it was.
Right.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get closer. Anyway, I just really feel that sometimes we get so afraid of even having conflict. We're afraid of that word, and that word to us is so negative. But that could be an opportunity for us to resolve, to talk about things. And then as far as parenting, when does the father or when does the mother, whoever's coming into the picture, it's a blending process, guys. I've gone to blended family courses, and it says that it takes 7 years for the family to blend.
Wow.
So we just have to take a chill pill and just relax, because a lot of times also as parents, we put so many expectations on the step parent that they just have to magically deliciously love the kids when they meet them, and vice versa with them. It takes time. However, another thing that I learned is that when you are blending the family, the biological parent takes the parenting head on. So all of the parenting is done by me primarily. Right now, Scott is barely starting to be introduced into the parenting aspect of it, because it's we put step parents in a very difficult situation when we ask them to parent our children, when we tell them to take the lead, because it's not their biological children. They have to develop a relationship first. And if the step parent does it too soon, it could really ruin their relationship. It could be irreparable. Yeah, that's what I think about that.
Okay, cool. All right, good. All right. Anybody else? We talking about how do you, because I know for me, I introduced my oldest daughter to my husband at the time when she was about, I think about 9. We had been seeing each other about 9 months or so. And so she was fairly young, so all her life that's been her father. And it doesn't even, to me, it doesn't really, when you're a mother and your husband or the man reprimands your daughter, your child or whatever, it doesn't get easier for me.
Right.
I mean, it's like when something would happen, and he wouldn't do much until it's 2 things he really didn't tolerate: disrespecting older people and acted up in school.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a season where I promise you, both of them was just acting a plumb nut. I mean, they wasn't doing crazy stuff, but they was just like talking, teachers calling while I'm at work. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
So, and I almost felt sorry for them, y'all, because I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. And they were terrified too, but I guess in the moment they forgot that they had to come home. They got caught up. And so when he got to handling them, I had to leave. I had to close the door. I mean, because it's like it does something to your heart. These are your babies. And it's like, on one hand, you like, get them, because they even acting up. But then you like, Lord Jesus, it's just too much. And one time I said something, he looked at me. I said, okay, all right. Because it's tough. So, and so imagine, like Cecilia says, you're a mother, and we're just keeping it real. You got these boys, they taller than you now.
Mm-hmm.
They are bigger than you now, and they really need some handling by a man. But at the same time, and the man often knows they need handling.
Oh, yeah.
And then the kids, with their smart, somewhat manipulative self, want to make you feel guilty for allowing this person to give them what they really needed.
Right. So true.
That happens a lot. I can't believe you, girl, you showing your tail. Boy, you need to be handled, and I'm sorry you feeling this way, but deal with it. Because that, I think, and then they throw that guilt on us, and then we're already feeling guilty because, this relationship didn't work out. Their father went in their life, been me and them forever. But there is a fine line between, okay, I understand all of that, but you violated some things. There have been some, you shouldn't have done that. And so now he's going to have to deal with it. And so it's like, when does all of that, like you saying 7 years, um, some people just can't wait 7 years.
Well, you know what?
Leslie,
You, I'm sorry, real quick on that. Even though I handle the discipline, like you said, Leslie,
Hmm.
Scott will tell my kids, no, I'm not your dad, but you're not going to talk to your mom a certain way. And
Mm.
you're going to talk to people a certain way. And I think you're so right, Leslie, in the manipulation aspect of the parent. No, I'm not your dad, and you make that very clear because you know some kids do that.
Hmm.
However, I am your mom's husband, and that is my wife, and that is, your grandma, and that is, so, when it comes to titles, they want to throw that in your face. Well, you're not my daddy. Well, correct. However, this,
Doesn't
Hmm. Hmm.
at
Hmm.
times need to be respectful, you
mm-hmm,
know.
agreed.
That's the word. That's the word right there. Because I think that for a lot of young people, and when I say young mother, it's hard. It is hard because you're tired, you're frustrated. Uh, Not to mention if you have more than one kid. I mean, in this day and age, just the financial strain of it all, trying to make ends meet, and then you're still trying to be this woman that wants to feel attractive and pretty, and now you got these kids, and mentally you're not prepared to handle all of this, and it just can be an absolute mess.
Right.
So here's what I said, and I thought about this long before I would get ready to introduce it. But I think that when you are a certain age, if you under 25 or so, I really, and you got at least two kids, I really don't think you should be dating.
I agree.
And I'm just being honest, because it's so hard trying to be there and give your kids what they need, and you are still trying to figure out who you
Who
are,
you are,
which means who you were at 23, you not going to be at 24, and now you got these impressionable kids, so y'all are still kind of close in age. And I think that your role right now should be trying to figure out how to be a good mother. And I'm sorry, and that's just kind of how I will. I mean, that's just crazy. That's unreal. I mean, I understand, but think long term, because if you really handling your business, you really don't have that much time to devote to a relationship the way
Let,
that you
let me
should be.
let me jump in, Leslie. One of the things
Yes.
that I see, and I have a very close example in front of me every day, which is my 27-year-old daughter who has three children, and I love her. I'm not judging her, but she has three children by three different baby dads. Got three baby dads.
Mm, mm,
Okay. She was raised in a home with a mother and a father. We weren't the perfect home, of course, but I think we had I look at, if I weigh them out, three out, I have pretty healthy relationships with my children. But my point in bringing that up is a lot of these young girls, first of all, they don't have any kind of imagery of a healthy relationship
mm, mhm,
between a male and a female. One of the things that I saw with my daughter that I have saw her do, my daughter has this illusion of what she wants to have a family like what she saw my husband and I have. So she brings these guys in to try to create this family.
Right.
And these guys, one guy in particular, the last guy she dated, uh, I mean, you said so many things, and I had so many thoughts on so many things. But the main thing that I want to say is, as far as Cecilia talking about blended families and when to discipline and not to discipline. The thing that I think I found most frustrating was you don't even have enough discernment to recognize when a man is there's something wrong with him, when he's dysfunctional, when he's abusive, when he's broken, when he got so many issues going
Right.
on. But yet you bring him in and you let him discipline your children,
Ooh.
and you don't even, because you are so desperate for love, or you have this fantasy of marriage and family, and you really have no idea how that works. And Leslie, you said something very valid as well. Because we just want to we just want to have a relationship. We want some help. We don't want to have to be doing it by ourselves. And I know that's what my daughter has wanted, and she has very good intentions. But when you are broken, when you are dysfunctional in and of yourself,
So
you
that's
don't even know how to have a healthy, balanced, well-rounded relationship. She's finally getting it after three baby daddies.
mhm,
She's finally saying, "Mama, I realize I just need to be by myself until I know how to just be happy with myself. And so now she doesn't bring anybody around her children anymore. She is very conscious of, okay, when she see those red flags, like you said, Tawana, the deal breakers, she's like kicking them to the curb really quick. But I think, having a sense of healing and wholeness within yourself first is key when you are going to date. And at the end of the day, dating and courting are two different things. People court when they have every intention of taking their relationship to marriage.
That's right.
Dating is just what it is. You're getting to know that person. You just possibly gonna be intimate with them. I mean, this is just the reality that we live in, because it's definitely not a perfect world we live in. But I think it's so unfortunate. I'm happy that I'm married. Number one, I don't have to go. I don't have to go through the drama of dating anymore, because people have so much baggage.
That's it right there.
That they bring to relationships, and God had the right idea. Y'all know I got to bring the God in. He had the right idea when He said that we are to have one man for one woman. He knew what He was talking about, because when we bring all of our baggage to the table, now I'm looking for you to sex me like He sexed me, or I'm thinking you saying this because this is what He said, and now you're not gonna treat me like that because I already done that way before. So you got all of this baggage coming to the table, and you're trying to have a relationship, and you're just so dysfunctional. And here's the thing: nobody's perfect, but this is my tagline: do the work so you can have a healthy relationship.
That's it.
Because if you don't do the work, look, sex, I've had some of the best sex in the world with some most dysfunctional relationships. Woo! It was good, boo-boo. But we was tore up every other kind of way.
Well, now, I'm finna sip my tea.
Because I was single for a little bit. So I know. We think just because the sex is good, I love him. But all you did was raise the height of drama, go through the honeymoon stage, and y'all just had some good passionate sex. That's all. It ain't. Look, I mean, so I'm gonna finish. What hurts me most about this young generation nowadays is that they do not have any real good examples or understanding of love, relationships. They don't have it like I did. I'm 51, so we were still kind of Leave It to Beaver when I was coming up. I didn't even know when I first had sex. I didn't know you had to take your clothes off.
Well, now
I'm so serious.
How that work?
I'm so serious. I didn't know. That's just how. Okay, so that's just. And so when I had that sexual experience for the first time, it didn't happen. Because I did take my clothes off, and when I saw what was finna go down, I was like, "Oh no!"
Okay, that was a song. You don't have to. But did you have a good time? Cause the song said you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time.
No, baby, I didn't do nothing. I was just take me home. but there's no innocence. There's no. And that grieves my heart, because these young girls don't even understand. Because it's all just about the physical sex.
Right.
It's not about.
Everything is so quick. Everything is so. And I think that you good in that we rob. I think women and young women, we rob. Two things. We rob ourselves of true intimacy.
Yes.
And then we deny the man the creative to allow his creative juices to flow and how to pursue us. Because we are aggressive now. I'm seeing girls on their knees asking men to marry them. Where you do that at? Come on now. Why would you even do that? I mean, really, you realize how foolish you look. I mean, you just stripping the man of all his manhood. You're not causing him to step up to the plate. Because when a man really, when two people enter into a relationship, it really is a beautiful thing, because it causes you to think of ways to make the other person happy. Not saying you're their source of happiness, but it causes you to think, what can I do today to show her how much I appreciate her, how much she means to me. And even as women, we are so masculine now. I mean, women are so aggressive, and it's like ladylike is a
Because
foreign term.
we desperate for love because we think that's the all-encompassing answer when we don't even love ourselves.
Well,
Yes,
there you go,
yes,
right there. Well, let me
yes.
step in on that one right there.
Well, will you come on up then, girl?
Okay, because and Sonia is really right. I mean, what happened with me, I was going through that at a young age or in my young 20s, and looking for love in all the wrong places, okay? And one of the things that I had to decide for me is, okay, do I even like myself? How can I ask somebody else to like me if I don't like me?
Okay.
So what I did is I started dating myself.
Oh,
Well,
that's
go
good.
ahead
That's
then.
good,
Okay,
Tawan.
I dated
Tawan.
myself. I took days off from work to take care of Tawanda. I had issues where I didn't, you see people sitting out by themselves, and I used to think, because this is my mindset at the time, oh, they don't have any friends or nobody likes them. They're sitting all alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never wanted to go anywhere by myself, but I had to consciously make the effort to go take myself out. I would go and purposely to break these stigmas that I had in my mind about being alone. Tawanda, I'm a great person. I have to know who I am. You people have to know who they are. And as you're learning who you are, you got to learn yourself.
Yeah.
I learned what I liked, what I didn't like about myself. So
Mm-hmm.
if I don't like certain things that I didn't like in other people, I had to look at me. Okay, how are you? Do you have any of these character traits? Well, then finally I decided that I was the bomb.com. I finally got there.
All right.
I enjoyed
Wow.
being with me. I enjoyed having fun with me. I could make my own self laugh. I could go to a movie by myself. I went to Papa Do's, sit me at the big table in the middle. I want to see everybody, and I want everybody to see me because I'm that good. That's what I did for me. I would go everywhere. I made dates with
I
myself
love it.
for me. And then that's when my self-esteem started kicking in, and I was like, you know what? I felt sorry for other people, honey. If you don't like me, you are at a severe disadvantage because I am that kind of person.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
girl.
now that's me. Now you get out there. Now other people are attracted to you. You're going to attract what you put
Mm-hmm.
out. And so
Mm-hmm.
I took a long time. I was celibate for years.
Mm-hmm.
It was a choice for me
Mm-hmm.
not to deal and go out there sleeping with everybody. I decided that. And I think so many people, like Sonia was saying, don't know who they are. They don't know who they are in Christ. They don't know who they are. And putting yourself out there, they're looking for certain things. And a lot of times it's right here. You need to deal with you first.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you go out there, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that's what I
I just
did.
want to jump in. My
What?
daughter, and I keep talking about her. If she see this, she gonna be like, "Mom, why y'all talking about me?" But right now to this day, when she started dating this last guy she's with, she has a son for him, and I'm happy for my grandson.
Hmm.
But she would post all these pictures on Facebook about how fine he was.
Uh-oh.
He's so fine.
Uh-oh.
He's so fine.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Uh-oh.
and so that's all she saw was that physical part of him, and he was just such a 36 years old broken man. But my point is, bringing it up is, she was looking for that physical thing for love. So
Hmm.
now she sees him for who he is, right? So
Mm-hmm.
every time she bring him up and she say something about him, I say, "Oh, but he's so fine. He's so fine." She
Well,
get mad at me.
Mama, okay, we get it. Okay, you got to keep throwing it up. I got it. All right.
but you're
Okay.
right, Tawana. Now she's learning to love herself,
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
she
Yes.
see the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, but oh yeah, but he fine, girl, he fine. Shut up, mama. I get it. That's what.
Okay. We've all been there. That's the important thing because none of us are passing judgment. We've all done some crazy stuff. So here's what I'm going to do to kind of sweeten the pot a little bit so people don't think we sitting around just, angry and, judgmental. Or you know how women are when we get around the table. We just having conversation. But let me just put this out there because people sort of know that we are real, I want y'all to think for a minute and share what is the craziest thing you've done behind a man?
Oh hell.
Woo! I know that's gonna be a good one. A good one.
Are you trying to get us to talk about this right now or later?
Yeah, no, that's right now. We got a few more minutes in the conversation. I told told you, this is girlfriend talk for real. You know we've done some crazy stuff behind the man. Girl, y'all go ahead. I'm going, ooh, Lord.
You know so I can get it out the way. I'm going to go so I can get it out the way. I'm going to make it real short.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, when my husband at the time was my boyfriend, he was in college. So I had a little boyfriend on the side, right? And he was a drug dealer, okay?
Okay, all right.
So my husband was actually the first man I ever had sex with. So I was a virgin when I started dating my husband in high school. But so I didn't know nothing else. So I started dating this drug dealer who just kind of just turned a sister girl out. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh wow.
So anyway, so I was just behind him. Y'all know like on The Color Purple when that girl was running behind that man, he was like shook like they say shook was like she was like honey on the video or something, and I was something like that. That's how I was. Ooh, it was bad. So he left town and went to another town, and I thought he was going to hang out with some friends. So I got all dressed up, get my job, everything, and went to Shreveport to see him, to prize him, right? So I get there, and everybody sit on the porch, and I said, I'm like, where is he? I ain't going to call his name, but I'm like, where is he at? And they say, oh, he went down the street to the store. 7 hours later, he was still at the store. And so finally he comes walking out the house.
What?
I have that.
Wait. So he walks out the house. I'm just crushed. Because my curls done failed by now. And so he goes upstairs to his room, and I said, where you been? I said, I've been out here waiting on you. So I'm sitting in there talking to him, right? And this girl, this little petite girl, now I'm 6 feet. She probably about 5 feet, if that. Walk in and say, hey, and she calls him by his real name, because I call him by his nickname. Hey, what's such and such? Oh, I got your bath water ready.
What?
And I'm looking like, you gonna do it? I'm crushed. I'm crushed. So anyway, fast forward, and this whole lot of stuff happened. But so the guy said, let me just take you to the bus station because you're too beautiful to be sitting around here letting this man treat you like this. So he said, let me take you to the bus station so you can go back home. So he said he going back to Mansfield too. So she get in the car with us.
Girl, stop.
She's in the back seat. He's sitting in the middle, and she's sitting on the other side. Girl. In my mind, I'm just like, I'm just begging. I'm just begging. Why you doing me like this? We stop at the store. That's when the Rambo movie had just came out.
Rambo
knife in the store. Don't tell me, just get that Rambo knife and just stab them both.
Oh Lord.
So we get on the bus. We sit in the bus station. They treat me like a dog. I didn't even smoke at the time, but there's a man smoking. I said, can I have a cigarette? I'm just smoking. And he said, lady, you're too beautiful to be strung out behind this man. And I'm almost done. We get on the bus to go back to Mansfield, which is about a 45-minute drive.
Okay.
They get on the bus. I sit right behind them, and I'm just begging.
So you still begging?
I'm still begging. And he finally got up and went to the back of the bus, so I couldn't talk to him no more. But let me tell you something. It didn't take me but a hot second. So when I got home, I called one of my girlfriends. I said, let me come stay with you for the weekend, because I was too embarrassed to go home. Because I ain't having one child at the time. Right. And I stayed with her the whole weekend. I went and fixed my stuff back up, and I saw him at the gas station that Sunday. Because it was a Friday. Now this Sunday. I saw him at the gas station. She gonna walk up to me talking about, she gone. She gone. I said, oh, okay. And I kept in the car and left. Then he came to the house later on that evening talking about, and he was one of them pimp daddies. He had a red brim. He walks over. He comes to my grandmama's house, because where I was staying at, and he puts his chair up on like he Billy D. Williams, and he just trying to pimp me out again, right? And he says, he's just talking, and then he says, oh, you got some money? Because I was giving the Negro my money too. Yeah. What? And he he said, you got some money? And I looked at him, I said, you must really think you God's gift to women.
Yep.
And
Oh
that's the
my
stupidest I ever been behind a man now.
girl, I mean Sonia, thank you for being transparent. Now, let's go and fast forward a couple years. Hold on to one. Have you seen it since then?
Oh no, but you know what? Can I tell y'all? My daughter when I don't want to give. I'm being very transparent. My middle daughter, I went back to him one last time, and guess what happened?
Girl, hush. What's her name?
My middle daughter. Now I didn't know that. I got married. I'm being real transparent. I got married, pregnant, thinking it was my. And it was. So by the time she was about 4, I didn't take me that long. I realized. This fool told me he couldn't get no kids pregnant. He had no kids. So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah.
Okay, Joanne.
I got a baby.
I don't have nothing to say. I can't.
You can't top that.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was.
I can see the whole story unfolding. That was a good story.
Yeah, that was. Because I can see them still begging, but anyhow, it means that way sometimes, okay?
But it was, you know how you get that one time, you just.
Yes, Lord. Yes. All right, y'all. It's 11. Somebody else before we close out. Who else got what?
Hold on, I'm gonna get my charger.
Okay, the craziest thing you've done. Now, don't act like you ain't done nothing crazy behind no man. Tasha, if I have to bleep, I probably have to bleep.
Tasha, you go, girl.
You don't want to.
Oh, she would not call me out. You would not call me out.
Tasha, you have to represent for the young ladies, okay?
Leslie, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what you meant.
What, the crazy thing you've done behind a man?
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
He has one.
Okay.
Oh, so you understand that, Sophia?
I do now. I'm
okay. Okay, well, let me tell y'all mine real quick. Mine kind of like Sonia's. Okay, so I got to be real careful what I say. So
you're a pastor.
I know I got to be real careful, but not even that. It's just if I say too much, people know who I'm talking about. So anyway, I was how you miss somebody, right? Y'all kind of kicking and you miss them, whatever. So you like, you know what, I'm gonna go see them. And back then you didn't have
You just told me this.
You had a smile. Yeah. So you have to go. I don't know if I told you this is Wait. I don't know if it's so you got to go see him. So I get one of my cousins. I said, you know what? Walk me over here because I want to go see so and so. They were like, oh, okay. So it's late, like after 11 o'clock late.
Okay.
And I'm walking, and every step you get more and more excited, and it ain't no short walk, So get over there. The closer you get, the nervous you get. And you knock on the door, he just, hey, whatever. And they stand there and they was like, oh. And I'm like, oh, God. You already know the look, like, okay, you can't come in because somebody else already in here.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. I didn't say oh, snap, because I was young. I didn't say oh, snap. But pretty much oh, snap. So I walk. Can you imagine walking all the way back, like the wind out of your seat? As you walking, you got the script in your head, what you gonna say and all it. And you walk back like, no, he did not. Just crushed you
yesterday.
Huh?
It's that look that Juice gave you yesterday.
Yeah. That WTF. I was like, oh my God, y'all, and I think that really scarred me so bad that I said I came a little hard after that. Like, I ain't doing nothing for nobody else. Because you can't trust them. And that's just kind of how, and it did. That was crazy. So I can feel you, Sonia. I know exactly how you feel, honey. I was right there with you.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, Tasha. Okay, thank you, for real. Like, honey, please, no. Thank God it happened when I was younger, because, right by now I probably hurt somebody. But it's some grown folks still dealing with this. But anyway, go on and help somebody, Tasha.
I was say the dumbest thing I've done was me and my kid's father lived together. And he said he had to go to work. That's okay. But his dumb butt left his schedule at the house. I'm cleaning and going through papers. I'm like, he's supposed to be off today. Job. Is he here? No, he's off. Oh. But he got dressed like he was going to work. So I said, okay.
Man.
I went to the job.
Oh, no.
With my mate. And my best friend. Up there, I'm like, is he here? Maybe they didn't see him. Maybe I talked to the wrong person. So they were like, no, he's not here. So I said, okay. So I text them, where are you? I'm at work. You sure about that?
What? They would lie to the end, won't they?
I sat there 4 hours in the car. Wait till he pulled up. I see this car. I'm watching every car that come in the parking lot. Is that him? Who's driving? You know, paranoid. Then I see this car pull up in front of the thing and him hurry up and hop out. So I drove right on over there. Where you at?
Somebody found him.
I was at another location. Nah, boo-boo. No, you weren't.
Lord.
They got up and got dressed like they're going to work.
These fools get creative.
You better say that, girl.
And you sitting there looking stupid.
And will lie to the end.
Will lie.
And you want to catch him so bad. Like, you just want to catch him. Like, you got to see it. Like, you have to see the act itself. He like, I got to see it for myself. You know that he doing wrong, but you got to see it for yourself.
Yep.
And I hate that feeling. That's like the worst. Waiting. What you gonna say? How you gonna say it?
What, Tasha, they were at another location?
Yeah. They sent me to another location.
Calling them. You better get over here quick.
But who car did you hop out of?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness,
Wow.
y'all. Boy, Lord has been good to us, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Because Lord knows I done did some crazy stuff.
Oh, my gosh. Cecilia, you don't get to skate out. What? I know you done did something crazy. You know, I know there's some different things that black women do that other people don't. But you represent for the Latino sisters, so go on and share.
Look, she black. She black.
That's crossed over, but you still got some stories.
Yeah, so I was talking to this guy, and I thought we were, like, sweet. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a minute that we were talking. So, you know, I was in with the family, and that's how you know you're in. Like, if the family invites you to stuff, I'm like, dang, I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
I got invited to this New Year's at their house with the guy that I like. And mind you, now that I think about it, the guy didn't invite me. The family did. Hello, red flag. So then I show up, and I'm like, dang, I'm excited. I'm looking cute. Went to my parents' house. I did the obligatory, hello, mom and dad, happy New Year, bye-bye. I got to go see this guy that I like. I was there like 2 minutes at my parents' house. I go over to this guy's house, and the family's there. And, girl, he don't even act like he knows me.
Oh, that's the worst.
Awful. That was awful. So the family was there, and he got nervous because I got there. And it was the most awkward situation, and I was there because I'm a little mean. Tasha knows I keep cars and everything. So other women would have left. I stayed the whole time.
I'm feeling awkward. Oh my God!
I ruined his New Year's on purpose. I stayed the whole time, danced with all his family.
Oh my goodness!
The last person left. I would have spent the night if I could.
We do some crazy stuff for love.
Oh yeah. Never again. After that time, gone. No.
Okay.
It's all done. We're done, baby.
Tawanda, you don't get to leave this conversation unscathed. Come on.
Okay. Well, now that I think about it, I was young. I mean, I had this whole what I thought love at first sight thing. So the guy that I dated on and off for years, on and off, because he could never let go of the other off. he was in he was exiting the relationship, but he never quite left it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, after all this time, you know how I get you grow, so
Mm-hmm.
you just get fed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we were supposedly an item, but I said, okay, you need to tell me it's either me or it's her. One way or the other. I can take it one way. Just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's you, it's you, it's you. I was like, okay. So I used to work. I can't say where I used to work. Well, I used to work for a government agency because
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Girl, won't you get no phone calls and text messages?
Okay. So I used to work for a government agency downtown, and then that's where I met him. But then I started working for the phone company.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, long story short, I still was really good friends with a lot of people I worked for the government agency. So they invited me. That was back in the day when they had house parties.
Mm-mm.
So one of the girls I was friends with, she said, "Hey, why don't you come to? We're having a party. Come here. It's at this house. Here's the address." I'm like, "Okay." And he was there. He was like, "Are you going?" I said, "Well, I was invited. I don't. What? Yeah, I don't know. I have some things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I had nothing to do." And I was on this, we always trying to look good. So I was on this little weight loss thing, girl. I had lost some weight. I was looking good, and I had gotten my first outfit from Neiman Marcus.
Uh-oh.
And so it was expensive, and it was cute little hot pants short set.
Mm.
Girl, I put my heels on. So he kept calling me, "Are you coming? Are you gonna go?" He said, "I'm not gonna go. I just don't feel good, and I don't know." So he was trying. I
Mm-hmm.
knew he was trying to get me not to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
Mm-hmm.
I said, "I
Why
don't
he didn't
know."
want you to go?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I waited until like 11 o'clock, and I put on, girl. I had it hooked up. I was fly, okay.
Mm-mm.
And I walked in. I put some heels on. I was walking. I walked up the driveway. He was sitting there.
Mm.
You talk about he lost all his cool points that night. 'Cause he was playing dominoes with me. He saw me, he got up to try to run. He went
Uh-uh.
away. I said, "Hey, girl," I was doing the Miss America
You
way.
know what? You know what?
Everybody,
Monday night friends.
okay. And he done broke a lamp because he like, oh man, because I know he was trying to block.
Okay.
So, and
Yeah.
now I know, oh girl, I didn't know this before, but it turns out the actual house that it was at, it was his girl's best
Oh.
Stop.
friend.
Oh wow.
Girl, no.
I did not know that.
Girl, did why I ain't gonna
But
say
I
that.
was saying, everyone's like, "Hey, to other," I said, "Hey, how you doing?"
Uh-uh.
I was just saying, "Well, where did he go?"
Girls in the
I,
bathroom praying.
I walked into
Right.
the house. I made sure I found her. "Hey, girl, how you doing?"
Uh-uh.
Good to see y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all, can I get a drink? Anybody got a drink? What?
Uh-uh.
So I walked in. I said, "Hey," walked out. By the time I got back out, she done already blessed him out.
Uh-uh.
She knew who you were.
I said, "Wait, honey." She made him leave. They left together at the party.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, okay, that was the
She
only
left
reason.
her house.
Huh?
Mm,
She
mm,
left her
mm,
house.
No, this was her best friend's house.
Oh,
mm,
okay.
Okay, so
mm,
anyway, long story short, I come back home. Now this is the dumb part of it for me.
mm.
But this was back in the day before caller ID, okay?
Okay.
And we used to have this is how long, but it was it was call waiting ID.
Mm-hmm.
It was call waiting ID. It was some other thing where you can identify who's calling you by the number of rings. I can't remember what it was called.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, if you had certain people that you get calls from, like my parents, if they would call me or my brothers or something, I would, what do you do with the phone where it rings 5 times or 4 times and you knew it was
Mm-hmm.
one of them?
Mm-hmm.
So he was on that call tree. So he was blowing my phone up.
Mm-mm.
So I just never answered. I didn't answer. I was back at the house sitting up there watching a movie, eating some popcorn. So about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, here's the dumb part. That was back when cell phones had came out, but you didn't know, I had the big cell phone.
Uh-uh. Not
And
the army phone.
so I turned on the television and made it snow, like, how you turn it on on a thing where you can hear just the static.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned it on so it would sound like I was outside. Like,
Well, it's Tawanda, boy. She was in the game once. Go ahead.
Right.
you can hear it sounded like, you know how the wind sounds when you're outside, so you can feel that you're out there. So I finally I think I fallen asleep. I woke up. Hello, hey, hi, what's going on? Hey, so I'm just talking to him like I've been up and hadn't been, like I've been partying all night. He is so upset at me. Why did you show up? And I said, wait a minute, I was invited just like you. So what's going on? So now the girl didn't want to talk to him anymore. She's mad that I showed up.
So she knew who you were, Tawana?
Huh?
She knew who you were?
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
She knew. That's a whole other story. But anyway, so I said, well, he's like, I'll never talk to you again. I'm like, okay, that's cool with me, because I had gotten to the place where I was done, you know. So,
oh, my goodness.
Anyway, I said, well, let me ask you a question. Why are you still holding on to the phone? Why are you still on the line then if you're not talking to me anymore?
Well, she was feeling it. I said, well, you go ahead on. The rest of us left crushed. Tawanda came out on top. Go ahead, girl.
And he said, I said, I'm going to have to let you go. Let me help you out here since you can't seem to hang up the phone. Well, I don't know. No, and then I had the whole thing. I said, you know what? You messed up the best thing you ever had.
Well, now.
I said, you gonna come back. You going to want this.
Well, go ahead.
I'm not going to be available. And you know what, true to my word, he was there. So, anyway,
well, y'all,
that's my little story.
Thank y'all so much for being transparent. I had to just kind of throw a little loop in there so that we would, so that we people, you know, listening, that I'm sure that first, thank y'all so much, moms, for being on here. These conversations that'll be happening really every month. I enjoyed the conversation. Let me just tell y'all, I enjoyed the conversations, and this is just a way for us to help other moms realize that you're not alone in the situations that you're going through. Again, trying to navigate being a mom, being a woman, being an employee, being a sister. You know, it's so much that we deal with as women, and unfortunately, we feel like we got to go through it alone because, you know, we don't talk about the real topics, or we don't go there. We don't talk about, you know, hey, I've done some stupid stuff behind a man. That's why when teenagers tell me stuff, I'm like, y'all, that ain't new. That ain't new.
I knew, right?
Honey, we've done it all. We can sit here and act like we haven't had a man just take us there, but we have. And men have done crazy things behind women too. And it's just part of what makes relationships fun. And it's why, as we've been talking about, it has to be healthy. And you got to know if you're crazy. You know, you just got to know that. You know, you just got to ask, look, what's the craziest thing you've done behind a woman? That's what you need to be asking when you date. And if he said, well, I ain't do nothing, I just, hit her a couple of times. Girl, you can't get out the car fast enough. You better run, put it Or I just stalked her, that movie that's coming out where he laying up under the bed, girl, and he look. I said, oh, yeah, he crazy for real, okay? But, girl, somebody but Lord, I ain't gonna even. But anyway, thank y'all so much. And we're just talking about these mom conversations, because what we've decided to do as mothers is to create these little clubs that we can come and have these conversations with. And these women, some of them have said, you know what, I want to step up and provide leadership or facilitate a mom's club. And so we'll be having more conversations about that, and each one of them are going to, Cecilia is handling, she's volunteered for Fort Worth, tag teaming in Arlington are Tawanda and Latasha, and I'm handling Dallas. And so anybody that's interested in maybe having a mom's club, so that, and these talks are our conversations that we're going to have every month on different topics. So if you're listening, you thought, you know what, that's great, but I really wish y'all would talk about this, because we're having a good time talking about dating, but there are some serious issues that we deal with as well when we are trying to be parents and be women. And so we'll be bringing all of these conversations together on a monthly basis. And then when we have our club, this is where we kind of have that enhanced learning experience and those intimate conversations where we can really talk about things that we may not want the whole world to to know. So thank you ladies so much for being here. And real quickly before we go, I just want to give everybody an opportunity to kind of say a little bit about who they are and what they do. This is your 2-minute elevator speech. If you don't have one, that's fine. There's no pressure. But I know some of us are entrepreneurs and all of that good stuff. So this is an opportunity for you to kind of share a little bit about who you are and how people can connect with you. So we'll start with you, Miss. I'm going by the order that you guys are on my screen. So it's Cecilia, Tasha, Sonia, and Tawanda. Cecilia, you're up.
Okay, hi everybody. Well, I'm Cecilia, and I love bringing the Word of God to people. And so my ministry is called Radiant Ministries, and the goal of Radiant Ministries is to connect everybody to God's Word in such a way that God's light will radiate through you. So I love teaching, I love knowledge, I love stats, and so a lot of the conversations that we will have will be real, like you said, Leslie, but we'll bring in some the Word of God as well as statistics so that we feel like we're not alone and that other people are on the same journey as we are.
Excellent, excellent. Tasha May.
Good Lord, Cecilia, it's hard to follow behind that now. Well,
She got me after, no, Tasha, she got me after that one Chicano luncheon. I had to be ready for my bio this time.
Right? You know, she will put you on the spot. Anyways, I'm Latasha, and I work with these beautiful ladies. And Sonia, it was really good to talk to you because I think you could write a book. I would read that because you're hilarious. I enjoyed that. We don't have conversations around that, Leslie, but I really enjoy being around Leslie and Cecilia. I've been around them the longest, and with Tawanda, because they're inspiring me to really go after my dreams, what I really want to do, especially Leslie and Cecilia. I want to do event planning and wedding planning because I love doing that type of stuff, and being around them, and they just motivate me to go for it and don't be scared and don't hold back, and they're very supportive. So that's what I'm here for, to learn, and you guys are amazing and hilarious. So I look forward to these talks. Sonia, I want to meet you in person because you had me cracking up with that story.
I haven't told that story in a long time.
Okay.
That's so sweet. But I enjoyed the conversation today, Leslie. So I'm so proud of Leslie that she's finally getting that push. She stopped for a while, but now she's back on it. So I'm so happy for you, and I'm glad that we can be a part of it.
Thank you. Miss Sonia.
All right. Well, I am Sonia J. Wells, and I am the founder of Live Free Coaching and Empowerment for Women, as well as Sonia J. Wells Kingdom Ministries. I primarily work with women who feel stuck in their life by unseen barriers that are keeping them from living in their true identity, purpose, and powers. My greatest passion is truly women. I believe that women are God's most untapped natural resource. When you heal a woman, you heal a nation. So I work with women from every walk of life, as well as I am an equipping minister in deliverance and leadership development and all aspects of that. So just visit my website at soniajwells.com.
All right.
Thank you, Leslie. Nice to meet all of you ladies, too. See all of you again and meet you, Tasha.
Miss Tawanda.
Yes, my name is Tawanda Cooper, and I am the owner of Joyful Creations and rhinestone vinyl and embroidery company. We do jewelry as well. Also, I am revamping my company called Inspire to Impact, and Inspire to Impact is it's a organization where we want to help young people. We want to help people find their giftings, their true talents, and in entrepreneurship. Know who you are in Christ, and know what you put on this earth to do. Mm-hmm. And so we believe that everybody, we're all here to impact your sphere of influence. Impact. Yes. Also to inspire them. So we want to help you find your giftings, whatever they may be, know who you are, and impact the world around you. So look for that to come soon. But if you want any t-shirts, hats, bags, or anything like that, go to joyfulcreations.com. It's JOIFUL creations with an S on the end.com.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'm Leslie Denman, a.k.a. the Purpose Diva. I help women connect their hearts, their mind, and their faith to do amazing things. I'm executive director, Girls Living Life on Purpose, which brings you this whole concept of When Moms Talk and the Moms Club. So ladies, thank you guys so much for being here. This is the first of many, and I think that we are going to kick off our Moms Club with something really awesome. Not sure yet what it's going to be. We're letting our own Miss Tasha coordinate that, but it's going to be very fun. I was thinking either, I don't know, a paint party, karaoke. I'm not sure what we do, but we're going to kick this whole idea and concept off because like we all have said, women, God trusted us. Aside from himself, he trusted us to co-create with him, and it is a beautiful honor. And I feel like in this day and age, we have kind of lost the respect of what it means to be a mother and what it means to be a woman in the household that upholds her man. And as the poem goes, and we'll close with this, that the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. So stay tuned for our next When Moms Talk next month, and then the kickoff of the Moms Club across the Metroplex. And if you're interested in just leading the Moms Club, nothing hard about it. Look, we don't do hard, okay? We don't. We just don't do hard. Everything's got to be, for me, it's got to be fun. It's got to be easy, because I believe in walking in purpose. And when you do that, it is just that, because, we just trust God, just do what he do, and we just be obedient and walk in that, and it all is groovy, just like this conversation. It was fun, but we've shared a lot of insight. We've been transparent, and nobody's tripping. And I'm going to say this. We as women, and I'll say black women, because Cecilia black too, she don't look like it, but she black. We got to quit tripping, and we got to start supporting and opening up and having conversations with each other, because we all going through something. And if you are not interested in Moms Talk, all of that, honey, just get you some sisters so you can talk, okay? And get this out. That's what the whole idea of this is quit walking around with high blood pressure. Quit walking around on eggshell. Get out the car with your homegirl, watch and see where he going. You already know he cheating. Just go on and be admitted, just like, you know what, he cheating, but hey, that's my cheater. Because that's something else, but we didn't get to, I want to deal with that about dating. If you know you got a dog, honey, just give it some dog food and keep your dog. If that's what you want to do, okay? If you're going to keep the dog, just buy him some dog food and keep your dog fed, okay? Come on, some women know he's a dog. We all be like, really? You didn't know he was a dog. But the conversation got to start. So that's my tip for you today. If you know he a dog, get you some dog food and just keep him watered, and he will come back home. Sooner or later, he will come back home, okay? Thank y'all so much, and stay tuned. If you want to know more about When Moms Talk, go to the website, Girls Living Life on Purpose, and I'm sure that as this continues, we'll be on social media and stuff, but I'm just saying this, and I'm putting it out there now. I'm not doing no more work. I got too many Facebook pages and groups I'm trying to manage, so this is a group effort. So I'm not putting no more work on my plate. I'm just being real. So we just gonna keep it low maintenance, and it is what it is. But thank you, ladies, so much. I love you guys.
Thank you, ladies.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye-bye.